The #1 golden rule in China: always bring toilet paper. Tip #1, aside from the golden rule, before you get to China, you're going to want to ask your employer some questions. Now, bearing in mind, you can't really come to China long term unless you have employment. Now, assuming you have employment, the kind of questions you can ask your employer would be things like, will you pick me up from the airport? Very important if it's your first time and you don't have any connections. Will accommodation be provided when I arrive? It'll take time to find an apartment. In China, it actually doesn't take long at all. It took me half a day, but it will still take time to move in. Maybe you'll have to negotiate with the landlords on what we did. It took us about a week in total. So finding the place is easy, but then you have to move in, you have to buy stuff for it, you have to wait for your internet to get set up. Other questions you can ask your employer: will you help me find an apartment? Perhaps you don't have enough money to get started. You're gonna need, I would say, a good, wherever you are, if you're not somewhere too expensive, 15,000 RMB to see through the first month and a half while you wait for your first paycheck. That's about 1,600 or 700 pounds, maybe 2,000 and something dollars. You need some money. Bear in mind, these figures are the bare minimum. Ideally, you want about 20 to 25,000 RMB, which is about 2,700 pounds. So I guess $3,000 plus. It depends how long you have to wait until your first pay, and it also depends on what your employer can help you with and if they reimburse you for your visa and flight costs. If they do reimburse you for your flight costs, you should be okay. But that's money you have to spend initially anyways. You are coming from the other side of the world. There should be some effort on your employer's part. At the end of the day, you do take quite a big risk, because if it falls through here in China and you're stuck penniless, on your own, unable to speak the language, homeless, it's not so great. Look at my messy ass couch. Let's go get some dinner. No way did I just capture that on camera. This lovely gentleman has allowed me to record him cooking food. I literally went and got my noodles. I come back and these two dogs are at it again. In fact, this is the second take I did of this, because I missed the second time. This is the third time. £1.10, literally 10 RMB. It's alright. Needs a bit of salt. So here's another tip. Download a reliable VPN before you come to China. Astral is one of them. It's a bit pricey, but it does work. V1 VPN, that's the one I use. Works very well, actually. Best one yet. When it comes to the VPN, you might want to consider paying for 6 or 12 months upfront before you get here. When the membership's in place, you're good. Trying to get a new VPN or a new subscription here, it's quite difficult. And as a foreigner, trying to get a credit card in China, I don't even know if that's possible. And you need a credit card to pay for things outside of China. I'm not sure if I bought my sofa from here. There's some more of that urban farming. Personally, I find these sorts of places fascinating, and it's amazing to see somewhere with millions of people has somewhere like this right in the middle of it, half derelict, half used, kind of a mall thing. Another tip. Before you get here, try and learn some Chinese. I didn't my first time. I didn't have a clue what anyone said to me, and they didn't have a clue what I was saying either. People here don't speak English, really. And remember, you can't read it either. It's not like if you go to Italy as an English speaker, you can guess a few things. You just won't get anything here. Which leads me on to my next tip. Download as many translation apps on your phone as you can. Some of them won't work because of the firewall here, hence the VPN. Some translation apps are better than others. If you have your VPN sorted, then Google Translate is a good one. But most of them should be fine. If you do have any subscriptions that you'd like to maintain while you're over here, whether it be Spotify or something like that, maybe pay for them in advance too. However, leads me on to another tip. Ask your new employer if there is someone, usually the same person that can help you send money home. Ask your employer if there's someone who can help you out with things like buying things online. Basically, a Chinese person employed by the school or by the company that you've chosen to work for who will help you do things like buy things on Taobao or Pinduoduo. These are two common shopping apps. It's also worth noting some of these subscriptions you might have back home. You can possibly get them online here, but you will need someone to help you translate. And also someone who just generally knows how things work here, because as a foreigner, it's the deep end. Do let me know in the comments if you are planning to move to China in the near future. Anyway, as usual, it's been my absolute pleasure making this video. I hope you all have a good one. Take care.